my friends, hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Carrie from Coffee and Crafts, and I'm here today to share some happy mail with you. A lot of happy mail, you guys. So what happened was, I'll take a little sip of coffee. This is Coffee and Crafts after all. What happened was, I decided on a whim last week to create an Amazon wish list and share it with you guys. And I thought, you know, YouTube says I'm too small and can't support me, but my followers really do care about me. So I thought, oh, maybe they would like to support the channel. And lo and behold, one of my followers sent me all these gifts. If you are interested in gaming, she is a wonderful lady. She's got a southern accent and it's like hanging out with grandma. Very chill, nice time on her channel. If you are interested in video games, her name is Angie from Nana A's Gaming, and I will put a link in the description. All right, so let's get into this and talk about each thing that she sent me. All right, the first thing we're going to talk about are these greenies. These are cat treats, and you might think this is odd in an adult coloring Happy Mail art haul, but if you don't know, my partner in crime is my fur baby, Alexander the Great, and I thought it would be fun to include him in the wish list. He does support me. He causes trouble. He's always trying to get in my lap. He's trying to play with get a hold of my pencils. He absolutely loves playing with pencils. And sometimes when he's a good boy, he sits there and watches me color. So I thought it only fair to include him. So he loves these greenie treats, especially the salmon flavor. He'll eat the other ones, but I like the greenies because it cleans their teeth and freshens their breath. And there's no artificial fillers or ingredients. I highly recommend them. He loves them. Now, our routine together is when I get up in the morning, he gets 2 treats. When I leave the house at any time, he gets 2 treats. When I come home, he gets 2 treats. At bedtime, he gets 2 treats. That's 8. Okay, he's a big boy. He's a Maine Coon. I'm not sure exactly what he weighs, probably around 10 to 12 pounds. He's small for a Maine Coon. He's long, he's 3 feet tall when he stretches out, or 3 feet long when he stretches out. So he's a big boy, he can handle it. But that's our routine, and he knows it. And when he sees that I'm getting ready to leave, he will stalk me until he gets his treats. He gets very worried that I'm going to forget about his 2 treats. All right, we've rambled on about Alex long enough. The next item. I've heard these colorless blenders from Prismacolor work really well. So we're going to try those in our coloring. Not a whole lot to say about them. They come unsharpened, so you have to sharpen them. But yeah, the colorless blender is nice because it doesn't dilute or change the saturation of your color, but still helps you to blend your colors in. All right, the next thing is this case. So if I'm getting more pencils and pens, I need a place to store them, right? So, and I kind of like this case. I have a couple of them already. And what I'm doing is the gray cases are for ink and the black cases are for pencils to kind of help me differentiate. And comes in this nice plastic bag, kind of like a big Ziploc bag. And it has a pocket right here There's no like Velcro to keep it closed or anything. Is there a pocket on that? Oh, and there's a pocket on the back. And you can put your swatches in here or something. Your wallet maybe, if you're on the go. And then it's just one zipper. You open it up. And it can fit, I believe it's 100 and, no, it's more, I think it's 220 pencils. Let me see if I have, it's 300 colored pencils or 200 pens. So it's a lot. So you can fit 3 pencils in one of these pockets, or 2 pens in one, or you could just do 1 pen. You could also do just 1 pencil if you don't have a big set. So this first one is attached to the back. I don't know if that's something that would bother people. And then this kind of comes out loose, so it's real easy to flip through. Yeah. So as you break it in, this isn't as awkward right here, but at the beginning, this is a little awkward at the corners, so you just tuck it in. And I leave it unzipped because why? Why zip it up? Unless you're going somewhere. And one thing I'll mention is if you are storing pens, it's highly recommended that you keep them horizontal. So you would want to keep your case horizontal, not upright on a shelf. Oh, and it has this little handle. So yeah, this is really nice. Okay, so I got a couple of coloring books. I've seen a few people use these and I thought they were adorable. 1,000,000 baby animals and 1,000,000 cats. Now, one thing that's good about these coloring books is they're a little smaller. Let me see if I can find a... Here is my Joanna Basford World of Colors. I'll give you a size reference. It's quite a bit smaller. It's almost as tall, but maybe 3 or 4 inches narrower. So one thing that's nice about that is if you're intimidated or if you feel overwhelmed about some of the bigger coloring books, these are a little bit smaller. All right, so I'm not going to really show you the inside. I'll do a flip through of these on a future video, but they are super cute and I absolutely love them. All right, I saved the best for last. So I have been really wanting to try water-soluble pastels, but I just haven't been able to bring myself to spend $3 per crayon on some Neocolor tubes. And I've seen a few people, not a lot, but a few people use this brand called iCrayon. So it would be a Neocolor 2 dupe. And that's really a good idea to see whether you like something, is to not break the bank. Because what if you don't like using them and then you spent all that money? So I am super excited about this. When I opened the box, I did that whole, oh, I can't believe it, I'm so excited. So these are 25 colors. They actually have 50 colors. This is the classic set. I think they have a pastel set as well, which is confusing because it's considered a pastel. So these are really good with using for backgrounds. because I don't know about you, but I am done using colored pencil for my backgrounds. I need to figure out some other mediums for that. And this is one solution. So I haven't even opened these yet, so we'll go ahead and open them up together. Oh, so excited. So they call these a 5-in-1, that you can use them as these different things. Like you could use them as a dry crayon, just like Neocolor 1. You can treat them kind of like oil pastel, a colored pencil, charcoal, or you can use them as watercolor. You can activate them as watercolor. So I don't know about all that, and I don't know about like light fastness. I don't worry about that. Unless you're gonna sell your artwork, you don't really need to worry about that. These are made, I believe, in China. Let's see. I don't know. It has, yeah, it's made, they're made in China. Shanghai. That's China, isn't it? I think so. It has Chinese writing on it. All right, here we go, you guys. Make sure I'm on screen. Yep. In fact, I could zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a little. All right. So excited. And get rid of the gel. Okay, so we have a little swatch to start with. And a number and name of all the colors. That's cool. One-sided, so it's 25 colors. And I think this top piece is kind of like a cheapy plastic swatch that you could use. Watercolor palette that you could use. Okay. Okay, so here are the colors, and it comes with a water brush. Now, what I've seen on other reviews is don't use the water brush. The water brush is a cool idea if you're traveling, but it's really hard to control the water. In fact, some people will use these and just dip them in a jar. I've got my little jar here. Just dip it in the jar and use it that way. Or you could just use a regular synthetic brush. But it's cool that they included one. Let's see if I can get it back in there. And then also a sharpener that's specifically made in plastic. So sorry if the crinkling noise bothers you. I do have a knife. Okay. Don't cut yourself on camera, Carrie. I don't know if you need to have a special sharpener for these, but it does come with this one. It's probably the right round size, but nothing too special about the sharpener. And I have had people say that if you try to color them, turn them to a point, oh man, they totally feel like I'm 5 years old and I'm coloring my coloring book with crayons. Yeah, it totally has that vibe about them. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, so if you try to color them or turn them when you're coloring occasionally, it'll help keep that sharp point. So yeah, this is a really cool set. From what I understand, if you have Neocolor 2s and you try these, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. But if you have never tried Neocolor 2s and you can't afford it, but you'd like to try that medium, this is a good alternative. Now, I only know of one other dupe that compares to Neocolor 2s. They're called Sunnies, but they cost just as much as Caran d'Ache. So there's really no point in that. But this is definitely a good option. And there's 2 sets, a pastel set and a main set. I think this is the main set. I'm pretty sure this is the classic set. All right, so we will be trying these on a future video. I will swatch them with you guys and figure out how we will use these in backgrounds. We'll do some background videos. So excited about all my new gifts. I feel so special, and I'm so excited about working on the channel and continuing to make videos for you guys. So I appreciate your support. And if you too would like to send me a gift, I feel odd saying that and asking because that's not who I am. But when you're a YouTuber, that's you kind of have to put yourself out there. So if you are interested in what I wish I had, I will put my wish list link in the description. It also serves another purpose. It allows you to see what I'm using, and if you want to do what I'm doing, then you have the ability to get the same tools that I'm using. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me and this happy mail. I'm going to create a new playlist in case this happens again. And if you like the video, please like the video. If you would like to see more content, be sure and subscribe and hit that bell. And as always, happy coloring!